just here in Hollywood, going to record stores, chilling with the wife and our friend, and we're just hanging out.
And you like to get high?
Yeah.
What's going on, vinyl community? Welcome to another video with the Record Spinner, and I am here in California with my good friends Morgan and TJ Stoneking. Also, there's Layne as well. But anyways, they were so gracious enough to provide their hospitality for me to come down to the West Coast and check out Kiss as well as Guns N' Roses at the Hollywood Bowl as well as Palm Springs. But most importantly, because I have to capitalize on all my travels and ventures, we're doing some record shopping, and our first stop, you can see it right there, is Amoeba Records.
This is so tall, I can't even be in the
Literally, for any record lover, everyone has to make their pilgrimage here, so let's see how much.
Good. You'll see.
Yeah. Let's see what damage is done. How did you guys do?
I fat guy, he did it.
Can I throw this here? Oh, I did great.
So it's a new day, new outfits, and we're down 2 people.
Layne and I, we had to stay home. We had to sit this day out, which freaking sucks. Anyways, yeah, so this is where the other half of the people there, well, it's not half because there's 3 people. Well, there's 4 if you count the baby, so I guess it's half.
But the party's going to continue because we are at Rhino Records. Not Rhino the label records, but the store Rhino Records. It's Friday. I'm on the manhunt for Now and Then. Let's hope they got it.
Let's see.
So this might sound sacrilege, but I think Rhino was better than Amoeba.
Ditto. No, always.
Ditto?
No,
Always?
always.
No, always?
I could have told you that from the get-go.
Literally, like, the amount of unofficial pressings that are out there, because look, I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff, was absolutely amazing, and found some pleasant surprises that you'll see when we show off everything at the end. So we are at our next record shop for today, and that is Permanent Records. Now, here is the cool thing about this place. The guy that runs this shop compiles the brown acid compilations for Riding Easy Records. So I am definitely dead set on snagging some cool obscure as hell hard rock stuff. So let's check this joint out. So not gonna lie, I think Permanent Records embodies what every record store wishes they could be.
Do you like this better than Rhino?
See, the thing with this is that this kind of shop is destined for the collector. So I feel like collectors, they know what they're in for, and they will fork up in terms of the rarity value of some of this stuff, in terms of everything being either sealed or promos, essentially.
That's fair.
But Rhino still has a special place. But this was a pretty cool damn detour.
It was dope.
Yeah.
I wonder what Dylan and Morgan are doing.
We made it to the bowl. -2 for Kiss. But Dylan here has never partook in a parking lot pibber. So he's gonna learn. Let me know what you think.
To the
Cheers.
Kings of the Nighttime World. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You enjoy that. Tell me about it.
never told me in school, and I should know something. Should know something. No one can make me feel the way that you do. People!
Whoa! Oh!
To the concert.
Another LA tradition is post-show dogs. I need the tea.
Fuck Jersey.
Fuck Jersey.
So as you can see, the gang is all here. And we are in Orange County today. We are going to check out our first record shop for today, and that is
White Rabbit.
Hells yeah. Let's go. So the fact that there's how many other stores today?
3.
3 other stores
What was
after
your
this? I only got 2. And I could have left with more. I'm trying to factor all this in.
And we're probably going back to Rhino, question mark?
Now we are at Radiation Records, a bit more in the punk kind of vein. Let's check it out. How was that?
That was dope. What one was this called?
Radiation.
Records. This one was good. I could have spent several hours in there. Kind of overwhelming,
And tight.
but very tight, but very, very nice selection.
Hell yeah. So now we are off to the next shop of the day, and that is...
Cream tangerine.
And what's the kind of specialty nature of this place?
It's kind of in like a metal camper. This guy renovated and built some shelves. It's tiny. It's outside of an Urban Outfitters in a really bougie mall in Costa Mesa. But it's fitting.
Awesome.
And he's got some good stuff in there.
I can't wait. down to the novelty of that place, that was seriously one of the coolest shops of this
We
trip.
love that
There's
place.
a Rolls Royce right next to us.
That's how you know we're in Orange
Welcome to
County.
Orange County, yeah. Switch.
Last shop of the day, and that's
Factory Records. It's a shade. Factory Records.
a little hole in the wall joint.
Hole in the wall. Mad selection. Super cool owner.
Sweet. So it is not often that a record store just does a half-off sale to clear way for the holidays.
But today it was often enough for this place. So at Amoeba, I picked up a TV on the radio CD from a performance they did at Amoeba, the old Amoeba, the better Amoeba in Hollywood. And then they also had this, I wasn't looking for this record, but they don't make a lot of TV on the radio records anymore, or print them anymore. So this is limited on opaque orange vinyl, and that was good enough for me. So I bought it. And then this one Morgan actually got for me at which one?
This was at Permanent. This was his we felt bad that he didn't go to the Kiss show with us gift.
You miss a Kiss show, you get a Grateful Dead
He was
record.
he was thought of all night.
Yeah, no, it's very sweet. So this is a live album from France, June 21st, 1971. I'm a pretty big Deadhead, so this is actually my first. I don't have a lot of Grateful Dead on vinyl because that'd be just ridiculous. So that would be a lot of vinyl, and I don't have that much room. So this is actually my first Grateful Dead live record. I haven't listened to it yet, so I'm stoked. I got this album, The Flying Burrito Brothers. It's like country, like ish scent, like outlaw. I don't know. It's just good music. White Line Fever is a great song. Just Can't Be. 4 Days of Rain. Just easy listening. There are no burrito references that I have found yet, so I'm not really sure where the name comes
Flying
from.
ones, to be exact.
Exactly. But I'm a huge Black Crowes fan. I got into them because Black Crowes have covered some of their songs before. So, and then at Factory Records, which today of all days they were having half off of everything, which was super bitchin'. Now, Factory Records is like the size of like a penny, so it was very hard to move around in there. I saw this Stones logo and this foreign language and just got it. And I didn't really know what it was. But it says it's a 1979 Japan reissue of 1971 LP Brian Jones Presents Those Dudes. I don't,
Jajuka?
Jajuka. But I just saw that and thought, well, I have to get it. So that's what I scored this weekend. Yeah.
At Amoeba, Tej found this Tyler Childers Purgatory record. We don't know any of his, but we are fans. On here, what do we like on here? I like Feathered Indians. You're partial to that, right?
Yes,
You like whatever. White House Road, Lady May. I think that was like a TikTok song for a while. Radiation Records? Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Okay, so I found this Operation Ivy, 1988 demo that I've never seen before. I have no idea what it is, but it was sealed and it looked cool. Tim Armstrong from Rancid, this was his first project, so this needed to come home with me so I could figure out what was on it. we'll keep it in the Rancid vein from Factory. This is Large Fredrickson and the Bastards. This is Live and Loud. I don't know when this was pressed because I actually have never seen it before, but it was also 50% off today, so I figured I needed to snag it and see. Lars Fredrickson is the basis for Rancid, so there was kind of a little bit of a theme today. And then at Cream Tangerine, I found a Jim Croce I Got a Name white label promo. The price tag was too good to pass up on. This is just timeless. It's classic. It needed to come home. This was the steal of the day. Also at Cream Tangerine was Juliette and the Licks, Four on the Floor. Juliette Lewis, the actress, this was her band. She worked with Dave Grohl on this, and who else was in that band? Members from Hole and The Offspring, and it was kind of like a super group. This is a boot. I've never seen this before. It needed to come home. Pride and Joy now. That's what I got.
So we started off at Amoeba, and let's just say this is a bootleg version of What's in My Bag. So starting off, of course, at every record store we went to, I had to scan through the Kiss section, and I came across this little interesting oddity. This is a Psycho Circus picture disc. No, it is not the stupidly expensive Kiss Online version that just came out for like what, 100, 200 bucks. This is an unofficial one, which has the German logo, which is really cool. Unfortunately, I've been bitten by the picture disc bug, as you saw one of my recent Kiss uploads, so I was very happy to get that. This was a pleasant surprise. This is My Bloody Valentine, Loveless. This is one of the definitive shoegaze albums. Everywhere I go, there are always unofficial presses of this, and obviously this is an official reissue, but I just never see it out in the wild, and they literally had like a giant stack of these. So I kind of just bought it just for the sake of being able to get an official press of it and not succumb to getting a bootleg. I say bootleg, but unofficial press, that's the incorrect term, but you get what I mean. But I was very happy to get that. Also, went through the Bowie section, and I got the picture disc version of The Man Who Sold the World. I have several copies of this. I have the UK version with the cover of Bowie in a dress. I have the unofficial German version with the globe jacket. I have the remix with the cartoon artwork. But what made me want to get the picture disc version is because this is the artwork that was included when RCA reissued the album back in 1972. And also, I love The Man Who Sold the World. It's one of my favorite Bowie records. So good stuff here. And then Morgan put this in my hand. We were jamming out to a little bit of Pearl Jam earlier in the weekend. And this is Pearl Jam Versus. This is her favorite band, and I need to beef up the Pearl Jam collection. All I have is the Deluxe 10, and I gotta get more, and I was really digging what I heard off of this. And I also just realized this is a promo version, because there's a cross on the barcode, so...
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, I just noticed it now. You literally put it in my head, I'm just like, alright, cool. So I got that, and that's what I got at Amoeba. Then we're gonna go to Rhino, and like I said earlier in the video, like you saw, Rhino I thought was so much better than Amoeba, just personally for me, but this was the last record that I found and snagged, and this was the Golden Goose. This is the Mobile Fidelity sound live pressing of Billy Joel's The Stranger. This is literally one of those albums where every song is a banger, it's a hit, it's one of those studio records that's essentially a greatest hits album. I don't have to break down the track list, you already know this album. Mastered at 45 RPM, spread across 2 LPs. Yeah, it's DSD, but who gives a fuck? It sounds great, it's MoFi. But the impressive thing is, look at the price tag. 50 bucks and it's still sealed. This is just slightly over what I think, or maybe just slightly below the less that it's sold for on Discogs. So I was very happy to find this. So this was definitely the Golden Goose of my finds. Now here is an oddity, and I knew that this was out, and I was actually gonna go to my sources to get this at some point, but I decided to just pull the trigger sight unseen. This is Kiss Alive. Now this is an unofficial version, and one of the oddball intriguing things about it is that it is an entirely different cover. This is literally just an outtake from the album cover photo session from the Michigan Palace, and whether this was an intentional, change up, or someone does not know Kiss enough to use the original artwork, I thought this was just a cool, weird anomaly to own. Does have the back cover as it was, and just for shits and giggles, I'll showcase the center label. It does come with that glittery Kiss logo that appears in the book that came with the album, and it's also on yellow vinyl, so having 2 copies of Kiss Alive just simply is not enough. So I got that. Of course, because we went on a Friday, Beatles Now and Then dropped, and I had to get my hands on it. I could not find the 7-inch anywhere, but I did cop the 12-inch single on black vinyl. Now and Then is backed with their first single, Love Me Do, a stereo D-mix, which is really exciting. I can't wait to hear that. But I just want to showcase this real quick. I just thought this was a nice touch. The side for Now and Then is the green apple label, and then the flip side is that red Parlophone label that Love Me Do was first released on. So I absolutely love that little homage there, which was so sick. And one of the things that I loved about Rhino was the amount of bootlegs they had. And I found this interesting one. This must have come out recently because I've never seen this before. This is Iron Maiden live in Donington, 1988. This is a BBC FM broadcast when Iron Maiden headlined the Castle Donington Monsters of Rock Festival. This was right around the time of Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. So I am very happy to get my hands on this. I think I have this on a BBC archive CD of theirs that came out way back in the early 2000s. And it sounds great, and also Seventh Son is a fantastic record. I love this period of Maiden, so very happy to get that. Now moving on to Permanent Records. This was one of my favorite shops from this trip, and I copped some fantastic stuff. So of course, the guy, like I said, that runs the record store has a hand in compiling the Brown Acid compilations, and I have been purposely holding off on picking up the latest volume, which is the 17th Trip. Of course, just like the cover states, heavy rock from the underground come down. So they just keep churning these out, and it's just a great way to subject yourself to some great obscure as hell hard rock that you would have never heard about elsewhere. And the next couple of pieces I sort of bought on impulse. This is a recent Riding Easy Records release. This is Brotherhood of Peace, Cut and Loose. What sold me was the hype sticker. It says, recommended if you like Grand Funk, James Gang, Deep Purple, Big Star, and Leonard Skinner. So with all those artists listed, that was enough to entice me. So I went ahead and picked this up. And then because Permanent Records is also a record label, I wanted to get something that came out on the label. So this is the album by the band Zipper. And another case of the hype sticker selling me. One person said, file under awesome, 1973, no frills, no bullshit, cock rock. So with a description like that, it's a definite must own. So I was very happy to get that. Now moving on to White Rabbit Records, and this particular band is a favorite of TJ's, and he had put this in my hand once again. And this is the Black Crowes Amorica. I don't have any Black Crowes in my collection. I've been needing to get Shake Your Moneymaker, as well as the other album that you were telling me about, that the name is escaping me right now.
The Southern Harmony and Musical Companion.
That's the one. But he went ahead and put this in my hands, and I was like, all right, I'm going to come home with this. So I was very happy to get this.
Fun fact about that, a lot of the earlier, when it was first released, a lot of stores didn't want to carry that logo.
Sure.
So you'll see a lot of copies, especially on like CDs, where it's black.
Okay.
But you can still see the thong and the white Amorica font.
I see.
But there's no skin. There's none of the hair.
Yeah.
But
don't demonetize me, please. Rounding off the Big Star collection, this is Big Star Third. This is the sort of oddity third album of Big Star's catalog. It's been released under many different covers and different titles. But this is a reissue that was done by Four Men with Beards. Not exactly the most reputable reissue label, but this was how it was originally released back in the 70s after Big Star had basically just kind of folded. But when I saw this, I mean, I know for a fact this is out of print. So I was like, you know what, I might as well get it. And for the killer price of $28, I'm like, hell yeah, might as well go for that. Now moving on to Radiation. picked up System of a Down, Hypnotize. Honestly, I picked this up just because it was a solid price at $22.50, which is just slightly over what it goes for wholesale from distributors. And shockingly enough, for as readily available as the System of a Down records are, I still am missing a couple of them. I think all I'm missing now is Steal This Album, so I gotta get that, and then I'm basically complete. So got that. Now moving on to Cream Tangerine, another fantastic shop, just down to the setting and all, as well as the selection. It was absolutely superb. This is an Iron Maiden bootleg, and I'm gonna apologize to all my German viewers because I'm probably gonna botch this pronunciation. This is Definitive Nijmegen, 1981. This is a soundboard recording from the early Paul Di'Anno era, which I absolutely love. Has a cool kind of punky vibe to it. I believe, timeline-wise, this is during the Killers tour. So Adrian Smith was playing guitar with them, and it's a full soundboard recording, and it's absolutely awesome. And glad to get another Maiden bootleg in the collection. Going in a more sort of rockabilly punk kind of vein, I actually almost picked this up at Rhino. This is the Cramps Songs the Lord Taught Us. Been needing to get my hands on some Cramps full-length albums because all I have is Off the Bone, which is a compilation, and this has TV Set and Garbage Man, so I was like, hell yeah, I gotta snag this up. But any official reissue of this album is hard to come by and out of print, so this unofficial press will just get me by just fine, so got my hands on that. DJ was a really good influencer this trip because pretty much most stuff he put in my hands I just bought. And because we had went to Amoeba, I felt that this was kind of necessary to get. And that is Paul McCartney Amoeba Gig. This originally came out as like a condensed sort of EP mini live album, but when this was pressed on vinyl back in 2019, the full set is included, and this is the indie exclusive clear and amber vinyl version, so very happy to get that. And then moving on to Factory Records, and as Morgan mentioned, they had the big, or was it you that mentioned it, or TJ? It was
both talked about it.
The 50% off sale. It was tight in that store, so I was really just on a mission to just comb through everything and see what I can leave with. So I picked up Woodstock 3 and Woodstock 4. These came out in 2019 as part of Rhino's Summer of Love campaign. Of course, if you remember back in the day, there was the Woodstock and Woodstock 2 albums, but they put out these two specific albums of various, artists that appeared at the festival to kind of elaborate on the listening experience. So I was very happy to get these two triple LP sets for half off. And then to top things off, we have Gimme Danger, the Story of the Stooges soundtrack, which is basically the soundtrack to the documentary. A very good documentary, I should say. And it's cool because you get album cuts on here, you get some demos and outtakes and alternate versions. So there's quite a good bit of fun variety to listen to with the soundtrack.
So there you guys go. That is the California record store hunt and vinyl haul and more with the Stonekings. Honestly, I've said it to them face to face, and I'm going to just say here on camera, this weekend was absolutely phenomenal, and it's thanks to these great guys that I'm so honored to call my friends for showing me the ropes around California, letting me experience the West Coast the right way, and between all the shows and the record stores and everything, it's just absolutely phenomenal. And we're already in discussions about doing another get-together sometime going into the new year at some point, whether we revisit these record stores or go to fresh ones. You shall see when that happens. But the only way to do that is if you subscribe to the channel, which if you haven't, you should. And be sure to give this video a like. See you guys in the next video. And most importantly,
keep the record spinning. That.